up against Wilson Seahawks.
Larry, overcast skies, but knock on wood, no rain on the radar to speak of right now as we welcome you to CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line with the Green Bay Packers.
Strong left! Strong left!
Green 18!
It's a party now!
Rodgers now on first down. And his first look is incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Ten yards still left on second down.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down.
Got 3.
Green 18!
1-8.
Jumbo!
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Green 18!
On play action, Rodgers steps away to his left. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
To throw is Wilson, and his first pass is incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin, and it's second down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
3 down.
Alert! Green 18!
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Alert 3. Alert 3.
Set. 280.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th.
Target.
Check.
Pick the edge.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's got Lockett. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. 26 yards on the pickup there. And it'll give the Seahawks a first down.
Watch 32.
Shotgun.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Mike 47, check Mike 47.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick: make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you were probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
Single, slot. You're on an island over there. You're on an island. 14, front.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Time running out here on the play clock. Here's Wilson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this is going to be Packer football.
That's us.
Tell me I didn't just see these first 2 possessions. I mean, is this one of those cases of anything you can do, I can do
better?
Maybe not better, huh?
Worse?
Yeah, just a little
319!
bit. Very sloppy start. I think maybe a case of the nerves from both teams.
And now we're back to an even playing field. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's going to have to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing is Rodgers. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Michael Bannon with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Returnable for Lockett. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 72 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. They get the stop defensively, force the punt. They score without their offense even stepping on the field.
I remember playing on special teams and teasing the guys on offense like, look, you don't even worry about it. You guys just hang out over there. We'll bring this one all the way back and get the points we need. In this case, they actually got that done.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. For the Green Bay Packers, they're coming off a 7-9 season as their offense makes their way back onto the field. But with that 7-9 season, Charles, I saw their string of 8 straight playoff appearances come to an end. It was just weird not to have Green Bay in the playoffs, right?
Yeah, you kept searching for them, didn't you? You kept looking.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
That's what I'm talking about.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Michael Wilhoit coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. On now is the Packers punter. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now it's Lockett. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2 as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Tight. Waiting.
3 down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. It's a big hook up there. Wilson to Baldwin. 44 yards.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
Tight. Green 80. Hey, guys.
They go play action here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Tight. 50.
I got wide.
On 2nd down, Wilson. His pass caught at the 4. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jimmy Graham, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Check. Lucky.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And trying to get it to his tight end, Rodgers, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the 1st half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the 1st half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Tight end right. Tight end right.
On second down, Montgomery. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Packers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Rodgers. Got a man. It's his tight end, Lance Kendricks. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
88.
Here's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense, exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
319.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, pass the sticks, first down. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Watch 84. Single.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers.
Let go.
It's caught. Nelson. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take this one down to the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 20 that time. And it'll be a Green Bay first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I think many people thought Ty Montgomery would automatically go back to being a wide receiver this year, but it appears he's going to stay at running back. I know they drafted Jamal Williams from BYU, but Montgomery proving his worth.
And he proved it, proved it last year. 5.4 yards per carry, 4th best in the league. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there, getting him to first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Out. 3 down.
On first down, Rodgers. Buying time to his left. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Cliff Averill in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight right. Tight right.
No. 319.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Rodgers flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there forcing a completion.
Now Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Sheldon Richards. And that'll bring up fourth down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So now on fourth down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. This from 36 yards out. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 33. And they're not able to convert on fourth down.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky. But that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up, this should be 3.
Yeah, there's nothing routine in football, but this one really almost should be. Snap, hold, kick, ball through the post. Didn't happen that way.
Hey, big drive right here. Bang out.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Yeah, baby.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Check three.
They run again with Carson. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop. They run it with Carson. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The evolution of Clay Matthews as a player, it's just one that they're going to end up writing books about. He didn't even start until his senior year at USC. He didn't start in high school. And now he's at all-pro level in the NFL. How about the play he just made there?
He has certainly made a name for himself. William Clay Matthews III. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Here's Carson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Now it's Carson. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a third down and 6 to go.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Seahawks on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, big drive right here. He's coming.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the 2-yard line now, it's 1st and goal.
Tight left.
In the slot on the right is Graham.
Guys, check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up right there.
Green 80. Tempo.
Check nickel. Switch.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And that's complete to Adams. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. Rodgers handing to Montgomery. And good penetration here. He'll get this down Only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Michael Wilhoit in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Packers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Watch 84. Watch 84. He's going.
58.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through him. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. 2nd down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13.
47.
This is Carson, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
You got him. You got him.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Single.
Check three.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Alert. Hey. Check 3.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Get him, boy.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. On is the punter, Ryan, to send this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And not great starting field position here for the offense.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Green 19. Blue 58.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And this will go out of bounds. And they're still short of the line to gain. So this is going to be a turnover on downs here. So after nearly turning it over, new life here for the offense on 2nd down.
3 down.
Hey, check. 319.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, decided to make sure he toe tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision up. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Michael Wilhoit able to disrupt yet another pass play, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down.
Switch up.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Mike Bennett in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
319.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. Forced out to his left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Cliff Averill getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Friday. Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Here's the line. Third and 2. You can't block me.
Tight. 280.
Gotta go. He's coming. Double up.
280.
He's coming. Double up.
And now it's second and goal. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. And this offense on third down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is third and goal.
Gun.
Check.
Gun.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's fourth down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on fourth and goal. In the slot on the right is Graham. They run for it with Carson. He's fighting, but they're not going to let him in. Stopped at the 2-yard line. They stop him on fourth and goal at the 3. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line.
Run! The leg! Get there! Boom! Bus stop! Tight end left!
319.
In his own end zone, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay first. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
Strong right, strong right, strong right.
Green 19.
Rodgers now on first down. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
They go play action for Montgomery, and now Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Oh, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Green 19. Hey, Lex.
Three down.
Green 19.
Rodgers will try again on second down. Now he's flushed out left. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
The Packers on third down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 4.
No.
Three down.
Green 19 to 9. Get 300.
Wide. Get wide.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Michael Wilhoit. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Escaping the pressure right. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 36. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Hey, we got tight left. Hey, we got 3 down.
Let's go. Move 15.
Check three.
Check 25.
Check 25.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 3 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. So still in search of the first down after that last completion.
Tight ends to the right. Move.
19.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down? They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he gets this down to the 18.